I will head to Herta's Mr. Ratio.
Infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the... See? It's still in this... Do you know what to do with corner... It's still resisting. I'm asking questions. A test. 0 points.
You don't look so good.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Answer me. Fail.
Nice. Let's do it again when you're leveled up.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't make... What? Seems...
and fools blindly chasing the firelight. Not it is little wonder, but next time.
A small fragment of Oh? Ah, the banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
This is double speed.
Fail.
Again.
Time for a fun.
0 points.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Test. Fail.
How familiar. Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
What's in your prescription?
Again.
You fool. Answer me. 0 points.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun.
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong.
This is double speed.
Fail. Test. 0 points.
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Secret of the safe. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
This is double speed.
0 points. Fail.
What's in your prescription?
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Test. 0 points.
Good work. You did. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it. Many of them were shaken by their experience. Yes. This business is over, but there is one mystery that remains on... and that is... I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to.
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is... When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism... I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ray.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlam. But do explain, what...
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation.
Oh.
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt. Logic? A third party?
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the Phase Flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste.
You are more candid.
But still behaving... One last question, Screwlam. Genius though you are, can you deduce...
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak and pulling the strings...
The ruler of planet Screwlam is indeed wealth. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary, but even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude. I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with...
You wish to
I am only laying pursuit tinged...
You are indeed more like a...
As for the...
I believe Asta will...
It is also a... With that, I take my... A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
The one thing I look forward to? Growing up, of course.
Eternal. Time for a buzz. This is double speed. All will be swept away by the wind.
Still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Existence is unity. Time for a buzz.
for oblivion. Again. Still waters of oblivion. How familiar.
Time for a buzz. Eternal. What's in your prescription?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Existence is unity. Time for a buzz.
Still waters of oblivion. How familiar. Destined for oblivion. How familiar.
Time for a buzz.
On the still waters of oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Destined for oblivion.
Eternal. Existence is unity. Time for a buzz.
Still waters of oblivion. Destined for oblivion.
What's in your prescription?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall. Still waters of oblivion. How familiar.
Eternal. Time for a buzz. Existence is unity. Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion. How familiar. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion.
Nice. Nice. Let's do it again when you're leveled up. With favor and gain, life's free from strain. Eternal. Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion. I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Existence is unity. Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a fun. Eternal.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun. Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Existence is unity.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Enjoying yourself? Time for a fun. Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Eternal.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Existence is unity. Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Eternal. Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Existence is unity. Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for a fun. Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for a fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Eternal. Time for a fun.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again. Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun. Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for fun. Existence is unity. Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
You bully!
Again.
Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Eternal. Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Existence is unity.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun. What's in your prescription? Time for fun. Eternal.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Enjoying yourself? Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun. Existence is unity.
On the still waters of oblivion.
Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun. Eternal. Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again.
Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Enjoying yourself? Time for fun. Existence is unity. Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again.
Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun. What's in your prescription?
I weep for the departed. It too shall fall.
Eternal.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again. Destined for oblivion.
Time for fun. Existence is unity. Time for fun.
On the still waters of oblivion. Again.
Time for fun.
Destined for oblivion.
Eternal. Time
on the still waters of oblivion. Again?
Time for a buzz.
Destined for oblivion.